Kombat does have a fair few characters under his wing, so you may try to find a character that couldn't deal with what Shang is capable of. But as we have seen with ArnKratos, this man is he's very articulate with how he wants to stop you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kombat is a player that is very much on the approach, is very much, you know, up in your face, is playing the aggression, but isn't also afraid to just go back to playing that really, that tempo, that neutral, you know, just playing at his own pace and playing very comfortably at that. But ArnKratos is one of those kinds of players that very much likes to force his own game as hard as he can. We're seeing so many jump kick OSs, you know, consistency across the board from both of these guys, and it really just is a completely and entirely unpredictable event that we're going to go into watching these guys play against each other.
Now, the real question is here, how much of those jump-ins are actually going to affect Arn and his game plan? As we did see in the match against Too Easy, we saw one of the most insane anti-airs into fatal blows ever.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to see how that's going to translate over to this match, because we have seen that jump free really do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And you know, this is a matchup that, like, you know, when it comes to like the character matchups, I actually don't know what this one is like. It's Shang Tsung versus Johnny Cage, you know? But given the fact that customs are a thing, and we've got, like, you know, I haven't seen custom Johnny versus custom Shang to enough of a level where I can actually comment on the matchup.
Mr. Cage. Every man dies. Not every man really lives. Enough impertinent nonsense.
That was a philosopher's quote if I've ever heard one. Thank you very much for opening my third eye, Johnny Cage. We're starting things off. We're seeing the eruption being used this time. Yeah, I'm sure just to shut down the movement or even the potential of what Kombat wants to do, as we're seeing Arn back in his original form, so to speak.
Beautiful flawless.
Oh, that was definitely meant to be a shadow kick right there to try and get the punish after flawless blocking the eruption, but didn't quite work out for Kombat.
Yeah, you got to imagine that is information for ArnKratos at the moment, keeping that in mind for the future. Not to throw it out too carelessly.
Okay, playing very patient over here in the corner. ArnKratos just not biting that jump kick. Gonna cash out on it. Drops the combo, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but both of these players have very... Oh, nice. There it is, as you had mentioned it.
Just a flawless block on the second hit of the eruption.
Another one.
Yeah, you cannot use that. Was that back three, up four? Very goofy string does not work on Kombat. And he says, hold this up to.
Yeah, familiarity in this matchup definitely showing in Kombat's favor at the moment. But, you know, ArnKratos still does have the ability to switch up his variation on.
Oh, perfectly spaced. Weaving through the eruption right there, getting the shadow kick.
There's the jump through.
Again, yeah, flawless blocking that eruption straight away.
We're seeing a lot of it go on, and it has actually been working quite a fair bit to ArnKratos' favor.
It has indeed. He's got a pretty good health lead right now to work with as he's playing the aggression, but the trade right there. Oh, wow!
My, that's a thing?
Dude, that was sick. He was airborne, and he caught him with a down one anti-air from it.
Again, just to show the matchup knowledge is between both of these players.
Also, let's just go through something quick. He has Reptile Slide. So regardless of if we are offline, that Reptile Slide is still a 2-frame fuzzy. That's hard to fuzzy. So he's still got the threat of the back one down 2 in his arsenal as we approach in this final round right here. As Kombat started things off with a really nice combo, but...
Oh, goes for the sweep as well. And backwards throw. Oh, forward throw.
Yeah, forward throw. Building back a little bit of life. Kombat did predict the back throw as well and tried to react accordingly, but unfortunately, guessed wrong. Now, he's got the corner position to work with.
Both of these players, really, when this is in the corner, Kombat's really applying the pressure to ArnKratos, but he seems so incredibly comfortable with dealing with it.
Yeah, both players just playing incredibly defensively, and Arn as well. He's just not biting on the auto shimmies. A lot of times, wow, what a duck.
Is this death?
I think he actually might be able to kill her. No, yeah, he might be able to. Oh, almost.
Doesn't have the health.
Wow.
I was really expecting. Walk up, fatal blow, point blank.
It wouldn't have surprised me if he actually just went for the fatal blow right there, but I think ArnKratos definitely expects Kombat to be, you know, ready, anticipating something like that, and just not, you know, I don't really feel like ArnKratos is ready to just throw out a Hail Mary fatal blow in that instance, but really Kombat with that double dash, cheeky double dash into throw right there to close things out and take the first game for himself. You know, both these players, they have like incredible defense, and their offense is really good right now as well. But generally speaking, Kombat is just on. He's just on the hunt, right? He's just up in Arn's face and making it difficult for him to do anything. And we're seeing consistencies with punishing things like Eruption. You know.
But while both of these players are both very polished, very refined in their craft, and we're seeing it here in front of the world. You know, there's a reason why they were selected. There's a reason why they are the very best at what they do.
That's very, very true. Now, both players obviously hailing from very different regions by themselves. We're seeing 1-0 now. Kombat, both these guys are also undefeated. For anyone that wasn't here earlier to watch the before games, they're undefeated right now in the group stages. Now, one of these guys is going to have to hold an L after this set.
Oh, nice neutral dog right there from Kombat. Being well aware that in previous games must have been scoping out the Conqueror match.
Yeah.
ArnKratos has been using that to open up some space for himself.
Gets about 20% for himself on that flawless block as well, but they're punished, as we were saying, consistency with punishing the Eruption and just using the flawless block and then the Shadow Kick to get in and get that bit of damage on the table.
Yeah, well, this is a really good position for Kombat at the moment. He's been really using the corner of his favor, but just back into it.
He tried to contest the plus frames over there, and it didn't quite work out for him. Almost 30% for his troubles. And now the escape fail, building a little bit of life back as Arn, as he's just over 50.
Yeah, Kombat has a fair bit of work to do in order to bring things back, but it's in his clutches. Oh!
Challenged by Arn, stagger on hit though. Didn't capitalize and didn't commit.
Oh, doesn't quite get the Shadow Kick.
Yeah, he dropped the input right there. Forward into Fatal Blow, cancel. And the pissed off.
Break.
Yes. Excellent stuff right there from Kombat. Very questionable break from Arn. I think he just got a bit ahead of himself and just forgot about the armor breaker right there.
And he has to hold all of this damage right now and doesn't have his armor breaker.
Yeah, he has no breakaway right here, and this just hurts.
Yeah, this is all damage he has to hold. Opens up the screen for himself, but Kombat just wants to get right back into the fray. It seems like ArnKratos' defense is getting chipped away at. Saying that, beautiful throw tech from Kombat.
Yeah, we're having to see. Okay, the plus frames in the corner gets flawless by Kombat. He didn't have the defensive bar to go for the reversal anyway, but right now, Arn, he's got a big health deficit at the moment as he's being chipped away gradually, playing so patiently, but it's not working out for him right now as Kombat has all the advantage.
Yeah, a lot of just impeccable defense from both of these players. It's juggernauts, but the up three is able to allow Kombat to put 2 games on the board.
This is looking like very different to how we were seeing Arn play before. It seems like he's really struggling to deal with how Kombat is playing this game right now.
Now, definitely feels like he's changed his game plan to somewhat adapt and feel comfortable in it, but Kombat is seemingly just having no problems with pulling apart ArnKratos' defense after just chipping away at it for the last 2 games.
And right now, using that corpse drop, I'm gonna question. Oh, I was gonna say if he's gonna shadow kick to try and call out the corpse drop or something like that, but Arn building only the tiniest bit of health back for himself, evened out the health bars, so both players are just over 50%. But the punish right there.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Beautiful spacing right there, and he's capitalizing as much damage as possible. Like this for a late breakaway.
it was really like threading the needle, wasn't he? Just spacing him out over there. Using that stand 3, ending in the eruption. Not enough damage to kill and take the round, unfortunately, yet. But a great block for Kombat.
Drops the combo, unfortunately.
I mean, this is a sticky
scramble.
situation.
This is absolutely a scramble between both players, and Kombat able to seal the deal, putting himself on match points right now.
How on earth Kombat made that comeback, I have no idea, but he's ridiculously composed right now. ArnKratos definitely seems a little bit flustered at the moment.
Definitely a fair bit, and it's because of Kombat's understanding of this match experience. He's been shutting down ground eruption a fair bit, and it has been making things very difficult for ArnKratos. I'm not entirely too sure if I necessarily agree with the variation change, because he was doing so incredibly well before, and I know this may be a matchup dependent thing, but
it must be a comfort thing, right? Like, there must be a very clear reason as to why he would want Eruption as opposed to what he's been playing and been successful with before. But right now, Kombat with all the pressure in the world gets anti-aired though.
Beautiful flawless block, but nothing of it.
Yeah, both players really even health at the moment. Arn just struggling to kind of like find a significant hit to do more damage.
Beautiful throw tech right there unfortunately does put himself a little bit up to the corner at the moment. This is where things can get very, very problematic, as we have seen a fair bit against Kombat and his offense.
Oh, that's not something you see every day. Really good use of the armored interactable, spinning the bar for it.
Oh, but again, it seems like under the 10% life deficit on Kratos is lacking that clutch factor to really seal a big win.
Just didn't have it in him in combat, challenging with that forward for it into the force ball and taking it over. ArnKratos remaining undefeated right now in Group A. Looking really, really good so far.